Welcome back to OTB. Thanks for joining Andres and I today. We are going to talk about everybody's favorite subject, Harry Winks, Oliver Skipp, and overall the midfield that is at Tottenham's Hotspur today. It's kind of a mess. There's kind of, I would say a lack of clarity as far as what the future kind of looks like. I feel like you have one set of fans who say, can't wait till we can just insert Skipp into it, and he's winning man of the matches, which, by the way, most of our fans hijack anyway every time he's on the board. But or B, let's just ship out Winksy tomorrow and never see him again. I understand he's not having the best of years, but I feel like there's a direct replacement that everybody keeps kind of harping on. Don't need Winks, we have Skipp, and this kind of plays into the Højbjerg talk a little bit. But Andres, do you feel like Oliver Skipp is ready for a direct replacement for Harry Winks?
I personally don't think so. I wrote a piece on Oliver Skipp earlier. You can check that out on the Cartilage Free Captain website, in which I dug into his numbers. I looked at him as he fits into Farke's system within Norwich, which is a phenomenal side for the championship, and they'll absolutely be up in the Premier League next season. And he has become an integral part of that side. But it's also important to note that Farke's Norwich is very, very dominant in the championship. As such, other teams typically don't really play expansive football against them. So when Skipp looks really, really good in the championship, it's important to note two things. Number one, the level of opposition he's playing against, of course, and how that might translate into his own Premier League experience. And then number two, the fact that the teams that he's facing as a quote-unquote defensive midfielder aren't the best attacking sides, right? So his numbers, I think, can be a little bit inflated by that. It's very difficult, very, very difficult to make the jump from the championship to the Premier League. So seeing people say, hey, yeah, Skipp would be a really good backup to Højbjerg, I really don't think that Skipp is there quite yet. I think that if he was to come in next season for Spurs, he'd be a great rotation option for Cups or hopefully Europa or Champions League matches, maybe, especially just depends on the opposition. But overall, it's a lot to put on his plate coming in and essentially filling in for someone who is so important for Tottenham's midfield right now, aka Højbjerg, right? That said, the Tottenham midfield has a lot of problems that need to be sussed out. Right now, the only two reliable midfielders are Højbjerg and Tanguy Ndombele. Winks, I know he's had a rough season, but you know what you're going to get with him. He can be a bit consistent moving forward and spreading the play. And I don't think that Skipp is quite there yet as far as consistency goes against Premier League opposition. Who knows, right?
We have nothing to test it against, right? We have no idea. That's the thing. And
right.
That's the issue. I feel like a lot of people are making these, grand, suppositions that, he should be the natural successor to Harry Winks, as if he needs one. But right now, Harry Winks is a second, third rotation guy. He's upset. He basically, I think either Alistair Gold put out something earlier today, actually, or yesterday, where he said that he's unhappy with his game time. It's not something we haven't heard before. And he's looking for another club to take him on. Probably, he's been asking about La Liga. Maybe he wants to follow Kieran Trippier's route. But he's been asking to leave, which is something that's probably going to happen regardless anyway. He's not the future of this. And we see that time again, right? We had I'm not saying he's Tom Carroll, but we've had our Tom Carrolls, Ryan Masons. We know when their time is up. Clearly, Winks is hit some kind of ceiling, especially here at this club. Now, I don't think Skipp is ready to just dive right in and take over that role, because you're right, he's untested. We've seen a lot of big talents come into the Premier League, especially in the midfield, and not have that translate immediately over. Like the Leeds midfielder, Phillips. Excellent player. Not saying he's not. Fantastic player. But and he hasn't had the same presence he did last year on their rise. Why? Because the opposition is completely different. We've seen Skipp in the past. He's come into FA Cup matches. He's come into Champions League matches, early rounds, and he's made an impact. I think he will be. I just don't think he's ready for this next year.
I do think that rather than thinking about Skipp coming in next year, I'd love to see him actually be loaned out again. If it's Norwich again, I think it's very, very important for him at this time in his professional development stage to have consistent minutes. That's exactly what he's getting at Norwich, and that's why he shined there. He wouldn't get that at Spurs next season. Nope. He just wouldn't. He'd get like a couple of runouts at cup games, etc. And sure, he might be okay, but are we sacrificing or stunting his development just to get some okay results against lower opposition? That's the trade-off that I wouldn't be really excited to make. Additionally, the way that we should be thinking about it is not who can replace Højbjerg or who can come in and cover for him, but who can complement him, right? Because again, we have Højbjerg and Ndombele, who are obviously starters. We need a third midfielder that can really come in and complement them both. And I do think that Lo Celso might be that. Yeah. He showed that a little bit of that against Aston Villa, but I do wonder if we need another one to come in. So Lo Celso and Ndombele can play interchangeably, right? And then have someone else like a Sabitzer, which I think might be a pipe dream for this transfer window, to come in and play that shuttling role that Sissoko played so well in the past for us, but unfortunately his legs have just gone this season.
Yeah. The Sissoko was great because he could play so many positions and cover so much of the field. I just don't see that he has that in him. Every now and then he'll have like a little bit of it, and you're like, there you are, Sissoko, and then he kind of drifts off in and out of the match. So I agree. I think his legs are going, and we'd love to have that utilitarian player again, which is what he's offered us in the past. So, again, I think sending him out on loan, even if it means going to Germany, and you can see how well Sessegnon is kind of advancing as well in his career over there. He's loving life at the moment. I'm not opposed to that. I think that's a fantastic idea. I don't know where he gets into this Skipp. I don't know where he gets immediately into this side for 21-22. So, great. Thank you. I appreciate it, Andres. What a wonderful take.
John, I think we're going to be called out because this is a controversial take, man. So get ready for some disagreements.
I don't think we hated on Winks enough. I think that's the problem.
I think we got to do that for a half an hour in order to appease the fan base.
15 minutes of Winks bashing. That'll be our next video. Tune in for more Winks bashing next week. Thank you, everybody. Like, subscribe, and we'll catch you later.
Bye, guys.